Hey gorgeous, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. I am HollyLynora, and today's video we're doing a little 101, a little you know, how-to basics with powder foundation. Fenty Beauty just released a powder foundation. I've yet to play with it. I'm kind of debating back and forth. I don't know. I might get it, I might not. Who knows? But I have a feeling other brands are kind of going to start popping out with their own. So let's be ready. I wanted to give you a powder foundation 101. The basics, how I do my powder foundation. It is what I'm wearing right now. You can see it's very skin-like, very casually flawless. If there's a way to be casually flawless. We just found it. Anyways, this is just the basics. This is to show you how I do it and how I really enjoy doing my powder foundation. In this video, you will find how to do powder foundation as well as how to do it with cream products. We have always been told do not mix creams and powders. Well, this way you can. Follow the steps, take notes, and enjoy the video. Okay, let's do this. First thing I do want to mention about using powder foundation, if you have oily skin, if your skin is on the oilier side and you don't already use why am I sitting like this? And you don't already use powder foundation, you're going to want to see this video. It is totally going to help keep your skin looking matte, less oily, as well as maintaining that airbrushed, flawless looking face. And the powder foundation that I picked, one of my favorites, is Drugstore. So inexpensive and beautiful, we found ourselves a little gem. If your skin is more on the dry side, of course you can still use powder foundations, but I would highly suggest using a moisturizer, moisturizing primer, anything to give moisture to your skin, or else your foundation is going to look flaky slash cakey, and we don't want that here on this channel. No ma'am. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to, of course, prime my face. I have moisturized, done my skincare. It has sunk in. Now let's prime. I'm going to go in with the Master Prime. This one is by Maybelline. It is a blurring primer as well as minimizes pores. So this is the primer for me, but go by your skin type. My skin is a combination of normal to oily, so I don't worry too much about what kind of primer I use. But if you have super oily skin, go ahead and use a mattifying primer. If you have super dry skin, like I said, use a moisturizing primer. Normally, if you've been watching me, you already know I love to color correct. I think it's a small, easy step that improves your makeup instantly. But just for today's video, I want you to see what powder foundation can really do. So we're gonna skip that. I'm gonna go right into concealer. Crazy, right? We're not putting on the foundation first. We are going to use the cream products. If you want, you can just use concealer, spot conceal, whatever it is that you want to do. If you're just trying to get out of the house, spot conceal and then throw on your powder foundation. But I'm going to use all my cream products and then the powder foundation just to show you a full face of makeup with powder foundation. This is the NARS concealer in the shade Light 3. It's called Honey. This is a great concealer. It's definitely full coverage, which is another reason why I'm not going to color correct. And I'm just going to pat this in with my fingers. Now see, honestly, I would feel comfortable heading out of the house just to run errands or something like this. My skin tone is now more even. My under eyes, the darkage underneath there has definitely disappeared. And just by using my fingers, patting it into your skin. But if you have acne scarring, anything that you want to just truly conceal, you can spot conceal your whole face. And who cares? But I definitely just wanted to get rid of the under eye baggage and a little discoloration around my mouth. Let's move on. For blush, I'm going to go ahead and use my cream Fenty Beauty blush. This is in the shade Petal Poppin', a light, cute baby pink. And again, we're just going in with our fingers. I think this routine can be so much more quick than your standard liquid foundation routine. I'm not dissing the liquid foundation routine, but if you're looking for something a little more quick, And if you're trying to figure out ways to look less oily, definitely give this a try. I am going to add on a little more than I normally would because we're going to go over all of this with our powder foundation. Pink cheeks, that is for sure. Like a baby doll. Now we are going to go into bronzer. Once again, we are using Fenty Beauty, their cream bronzer. This is in the shade Macchiato. I'm going to use a brush for this. You certainly can continue to use your fingers, no problem with that. And we're just gonna add a little bit of dimension to our face. Right under the blush. It doesn't matter if you do blush or bronzer first, by the way, bronzer, contour, whatever you wanna call it. And see, if we were using liquid, I would, of course, hope you know, of course, I would not leave it just like this. But once again, we're going over it with powder, so don't worry. We're going to look crazy, but it's all okay. Sharpen up your jawline, forehead. I have really been enjoying this brush. It is from Huda Beauty, and it is the Sculpt and Shade. I love the fact that it is double-ended. And I use this side to sharpen up my nose, and you just flip it around and use the other side to bronze your face or whatever you choose you want your other side to do. But I didn't know if I would like the double-ended just because my brush holder, I don't know, I didn't know if it would mess up the side that went down or whatever. I like it. It has become one of my most used brushes. Girl, we are looking too crazy. And once again, just to reiterate, look at the difference. Jeez. Just to reiterate, put it on a little darker than you normally would, or just pick a darker bronzing color or more vivid blush color because we are going over it with powder foundation. Okay, now that is complete, face is bronzed / contoured. Blush is on our cheeks. We've got our concealer going. Now it is time to jump into the pressed powder foundation. From here, once you put on powder foundation, you pretty much cannot go back and add cream bronzer, cream blush, more concealer, or you are going to have a hot, goopy mess. I am so serious about that. You will be restarting, and don't come and blame me. I am telling you right now, don't do that. So if you feel, well, my blush isn't vivid enough, my contour's not sharp enough, I don't look bronze enough, go ahead and add it now. At this moment, pause the video, do what you need to do, get it, got it, good. Okay, let's go in with powder foundation. The pick of the day is going to be the Maybelline Fit Me. You can find this at any drugstore, Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Target, you know, all of them. I have the shades True Beige and Natural Tan. I don't want to look very bronzy today because we're just kind of going for like a basic day. I'm going to go in with True Beige. This is an inexpensive powder. Here you get the powder, of course, and then you flip it open, and there is your mirror as well as a beauty sponge thing. I have already used it. I actually really don't mind using these at all. This is great for if you just want to throw it in your purse and then do some touch-ups throughout the day. But for this video, I'm going to show you / teach you. You can use your brushes as well. If you want light coverage, you can use, first let me say, this can be full coverage and it can also be a lighter coverage. It all depends on what you apply it with. So if you go in with the sponge that it comes with, it's going to be more full coverage. If you go in with a light, fluffier, more loose brush, like this Bling Brushes F15, you're going to get a lighter coverage. It's not going to go on as compact as opposed to using a more dense, fuller brush like this one here. See how many bristles are in there, but it's not very fluffy. It's more compact and hard. This is the Morphe M439. I'm going to use this for some spots, and then for other spots I'm going to go ahead and do a lighter coverage by using this Bling brush. So let's go right in. I'm just going to swirl it right in tap off the excess, especially if this is your first time, so you can kind of see what you're working with, and then move as you go. And I'm pressing slash buffing it on, and I'm going right over my blush and my bronzer. By the way, if you don't have access to both brushes, a light fluffy one and a dense one, you can certainly take this one and just with a very easy hand, pat over your cream products. Please do not swirl or buff. You're going to move your product. Now this spot where I'm going back and forth and patting it in, there's no cream product. I can take my light fluffy brush and sweep over the cream product, blend everything together. You see how light and fluffy that is? You see how light and fluffy my hand is? And also doing this, you are getting less coverage with the fluffy brush like we talked about earlier. We've got cream, concealer, as well as bronzer up here. So I am lightly going over that. If you are oily or more oily than I am, you can certainly take your dense brush, press it in, and go over your T-zone by pressing, but very carefully, not swirling, buffing, any harsh motions to move around the cream product that we just placed. And go ahead and get in here, pressing it in, switching my brush, and from here, once you are completely satisfied with the way your skin looks, the way your makeup looks, of course you would set it down. You can use a setting spray. I think I'm being more particular with this routine because we are certainly told over and over and over here in the beauty industry, do not mix cream with powder. In this case you can, but you do have to be careful. So of course you can spray your setting spray on your face. Of course you can use your cream, contours, blushes, concealer, but you just need to do it in a different arrangement of steps as opposed to using your liquid foundations, which hopefully you just learned. So with me, I am actually very happy with the outcome of the way my skin looks. My blush, my contour, I think we're good to go. So I'm going to finish my face and I will be right back. Okay, you guys, I am back. Makeup for the day is done. If you have any questions for me, certainly send me a DM on Instagram, leave a comment down below. However you feel comfortable asking, I'll be happy to answer. If maybe I left something out, it is very possible. I am human. But I've really been enjoying doing my foundation this way. After about 20-25 minutes, it kind of sinks and morphs into your skin and looks just flawless, just very casually beautiful, if that makes any sense. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. It's always a pleasure. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, join my beauty YouTube family, give this video a good old thumbs up. That way it is always saved in your videos if you need to go back and maybe do a refresher, whatever, you know what I mean. Thanks again, stay safe, stay healthy, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.